Let's have an overview about the topics to be discussed in this video. The topic will be the present perfect tense and the level will be intermediate. We're going to be talking on how to form the present perfect first. Second, we're going to talk about how to form yes/no questions in the present perfect. And finally, when to use the present perfect or reasons to use the present perfect. Let's talk about the first one. The present perfect tense is formed with the subject plus have or has plus past participle and plus the rest of the sentence, or the complement, as everybody calls it. There's one example there. It is I have eaten shawarma. The I is the subject, have is the auxiliary verb, eating is the past participle, and shawarma is the rest of the sentence, or the complement. In the next slide, I want to, in a brief way, I want to explain the difference between the regular and irregular. I know you already know, it's just a little reminder. Yeah, the first ones, eat, find, and go are irregular verbs. The past participle form, it's a third column, eat, eating, find, found, go, gone. And the next ones are regular. Faint, appreciate, like. Okay. And in that case, the past participle is formed just by adding the ed at the end. Faint, fainted. Appreciate, appreciate. Like, liked. Okay. When we say the subject is the I, you, we, they, and they go with have. The he or subject, he, she, and it, they go with has. Okay, now let's talk about yes/no questions in the present perfect. Well, the yes/no questions are formed with the have or has plus the subject plus the past participle plus the rest of the sentence, and at the end the question mark, obviously. There's one example, but before I provide the example, I would like to explain what the word ever means. It means at any time. The specific time is unknown or unnecessary. And we usually use ever when we ask questions, yes/no questions in the present perfect. The example there, have you ever eaten shawarma? Short answer, the positive one, yes I have. No I haven't, the negative one. Now let's talk about the reasons to use the present perfect. The first one, an action started in the past and continues to the present. I would like to explain two words before showing examples about the first use of the first reason. The words since and for are commonly used in the present perfect. In the case of the word for, we use it with a period of time, for example, a few days, 2 years, half an hour, etc. In the case of the word since, we use it with the time when the action started. For example, last year, June the 8th, etc. Now, let me show you a few examples. The first one, they have been married for 40 years. Look at their faces. They look so happy. Well, that action started 40 years ago, but that still continues to the present. They're still there, married, happily married. Okay, the second example. I have liked chocolate since I was a child. When I was a child, my mom gave me chocolate and I fell in love with chocolate. I'm old or older, whatever, I still like chocolate. I like chocolate a lot. So the action started time ago or some time ago and continues to the present. I still like chocolate. The next example, she has lived in London for 3 years. Yeah, she moved there to London. She's been living there for a while. She will be living there. And the action started 3 years ago and still continues to the present. She's still there. Okay, let's talk about the second reason. An action that happened during a time period that has not yet finished. This month, this year. Take a look at the example. He has missed the train 3 times this month. He woke up late, and when he was trying to catch his train, he missed it. Yeah, but the month is still going on. It hasn't finished. So if he wakes up late, he can miss it again. So that time period, the month, has not finished yet. Another example, she has been sick for 3 times this year. The year is not over. She might get sick again during that year if she's not careful with her health. The third, the final reason is the action is more important than the time or experiences in life. For example, have you ever eaten sushi? Have you? When? We don't care. We just want to know if you have had the experience. Have you ever found money on the ground? Have you been lucky enough to find money on the ground? When? We don't care. But have you? Yes or no? The last one, have you ever eaten frog legs? Are they tasty? People say they are tasty. Okay, but we don't care about when, but we care about if you have or if you haven't. Okay, I hope you find this information very useful for you, and I just want to finish by saying thank you very much for your attention.